What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today is September 10th, 2024. Have a safe trip to work, KBDX Tokyo. Good morning. Anyone that's watching this at night, well, that'll make no sense to you. So anyways, let's get into the auctions of the week, or at least notable auctions I found interesting. So first, we're going to start with the pink box, Chromie's Cryptic Carnival. I mean, now they're down to $99, so $100 American, and you can't make best offer. How many are available? Well, let's check it out. How many boxes left? Not 21. Oh, obviously not 220. 20 boxes are left of the pink box at the Hello Kitty store. Kiddie instead of the way you would normally spell it. Anyways, anyone picking these up? Anyone else open them up after Nick Strength the Pokemon and get any good hits or any of those alternate art numbered cards and all that? Next we have the Far Out Bunch. There's quite a few of these available still with Catch 'em All collectibles for $8.98 each. I'm just showing this because it's a really different promo card you just don't see too often, and it's got a lot of cool cryptids on here. Next we have a Piazzabird Kickstarter PSA 9 sold for only $26 full holo. $30 for PSA 8 first edition box topper. Let's just check out the PSA Pop report. How hard is it to get a PSA 10? So on the PSA population report, there are 40 first edition box toppers sent in. As you can see here at the top of the screen, first edition box topper foil pack. And yeah, out of the 40 sent in, 9 are PSA 10, 18 are PSA 8, nothing lower than PSA 8, and 13 PSA 9s. Here we had a buy it now first edition booster box and first edition release event box for $170 total. And this is the one product that seems to be going up. Here we have a UFO playtester AGS. Yeah, it's AGS, right? Let's look up here. Yeah, AGS Gem Mint 10. Pretty nice looking card. $150 as a buy it now. I noticed these hit the road promos are pretty popular lately when they're popping up on eBay, whether they're sealed packs or the actual promo. So we had Ogwa, probably the least popular of all of them. There's 5 different promos. This one sold for $16.50. And then we had Sinkhole Sam, sold for $23.08. You know what, we may as well show off some of the artwork too. So Sinkhole Sam, pretty cool promos. They're a lot more limited than I think people thought they were going to be. And then let's check out Ogwa. Yeah, pretty cool. The least popular though. And next we have Quetzalcoatlus, sold for $53 raw. This is pretty badass. They should have had a whole set, like every beastie destroying the MetaZoo bus. And the fourth one we have on here for $58 is my personal favorite. This is my favorite out of all the 5 different artworks. Next we have the Ambassador Beastie promo from New Zealand, sold for $46 raw. Then we have Grim Reaper from Bear Walker, $27. It's not redeemable for a skateboard or anything, it's just a promo, but pretty cool. Next, the Chupacabra that I think is one of my favorite Chupacabra cards. Only $3.25. Next we have a few of the World Poker Tour, the special MetaZoo in-house foiling holo cards. So we got Mercy Vampire Mercy Brown holo, sold for $31 raw. Here we have the Tea Kettler Ace of Spades. I mean, the most popular card in all of poker, or like a deck of cards. Ace of Spades, Tea Kettler. Why can't they put anyone but Tea Kettler? Nothing against Tea Kettler, but it's Ace of Spades. You gotta have like a really crazy cryptid for that, but they chose Tea Kettler. Next we have Headless Nun, $26. Pretty cool. And here, September 9th, 2024, we have a first edition booster box sold for $145.50. And on September 8th, we had another first edition Cryptonation booster box sold for $152.50. This is the only product that I could tell that's actually like made a significant jump. Because about 3-4 months ago, when I pulled 2 full Holo Mothman for the first time out of a first edition booster box, I bought that box 4 months ago for $71. And there was many sales of booster boxes selling for under $80. So now they're, you saw 145, 152. The other one that sold with their release event box sold for 170. So they're going up. Here we have the UFO spoiler pack, sold for $44.95 American. One of my favorite cards in all of MetaZoo. I love this artwork. Only $6. Let's check it out. I mean, John King materialized token. It's an LGS exclusive promo. I mean, I have this as a PSA 10, and it's one of my favorite cards. That is just badass. Here we have the entire Pin Club set from Crypto Nation, sold for $31. How did this playtester not get more value? I mean, I thought playtesters are worth so much now, or like, they're selling for quite a bit raw, but only $10.19 for a mini T-Rex. I mean, this is awesome. Wasn't this like one of the craziest chase cards in UFO at one point? But even the playtester is not worth too much, only $10.19. Another one of my favorite promo cards. So that's 3 of them that are pretty cheap. $6.50 for the Chibi Jackalope. I mean, tell me you don't want this in your collection. This is absolutely awesome. This is pretty badass. This is pretty nice doodle and sketch. So it went for under $50. Pristine 10 Flame Aura. But I mean, that's sketched by Poncho. That's pretty awesome. Here we have a Babe the Blue Ox Full Hollow Kickstarter PSA 9, sold for $20. Meanwhile, a PSA 10 Kickstarter Babe Full Hollow, $160.25. Holy moly. Now, this is pretty hard to get as a PSA 10, this Full Hollow Kickstarter Babe the Blue Ox. Actually, you know, let's just check the PSA population report. Let's see how hard this is. So, Babe the Blue Ox Kickstarter, may as well just scroll down a little bit here. Oh yeah, so 100 have been sent in, 25 got a PSA 10, so I mean, it's only 25% chance. I don't think many people are sending that in though. I mean, first edition has 124 out of 248. That's exactly half. That's kind of cool. And of course, if we're going to be looking at PSA population reports for Crypto Nation, we got to check out Mothman. Let's see how he's doing. So for Kickstarter, there's 250 sent in, 133 are PSA 10. For first edition Full Hollow Mothman, there's 1,033 PSA 10s out of 1,426 sent in. That's insane. And for second edition, there's only 210 PSA 10s for the Full Hollow out of 348 sent in. Next we have Sam Sinclair Kickstarter Full Hollow. Obviously, it's only Full Hollow. PSA 9, only $27. I mean, this is the time that this is insane. Kickstarter cards of some of the top cryptids going for barely more than the grading fee. That's insane. And it's a PSA 9. And here we have Jersey Devil Kickstarter Full Hollow PSA 9, only $27. Here's a pretty good deal. The Hello Kitty card from Chromie's Crypto Carnival. Card number 8, sold for only $27.28 in Australia. Next we have the Native Galabox Sealed, sold for $47. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this would be a good collector's item without a doubt though. I mean, you only get 3 packs of Native in there, and they could be all reverse hollows. And you get that Sam Sinclair promo card, which is worth like $5, but cool collector's item. These were originally selling for $100, so. Here we have the MetaZoo eBay. This is, I mean, 100% steal of a deal, $25. These were selling for $50 when they came out on eBay. Here we have the Men in Black Playtester Full Hollow, only $43.69. Here we have the Lucky View Terra Playtester, sold for $34. Here we have the Full Moon Terra, sold for $31. And then the Playtester, what is this? Reaper's Crown from Seance Full Hollow Playtester, $72 raw. Here we have another Fan Illustrator metal card from Xander's Emporium. They've got a lot of them. Every week there's another one. This one's a PSA 9 for only $32. I used to think this was such a grail card. Like, this was like one of those crazy cards you can never get. And they're selling for pretty cheap. Even as PSA 10, they're selling for like $70, $76. PSA 9's $32. Here's a badass card. Satanic Panic Playtester, sold for $100 on the dot. This is the card that I thought was always the best card in the set besides Possessed Aura. But Chains of Old Scratch Playtester, sold for only $55. Here we have Cumberland Dragon Full Hollow. Of course, Hero Quest 1.0 cards are all Full Hollow. PSA 10 sold for only $46. Not a bad deal at all, and a pretty hard card to come across. Here's an absolute steal of a deal. I mean, most of these first sighting cards are never going to grade a PSA 10. It's pretty tough to get, but a raw Quetzalcoatlus 18 out of 99 from Top Series 0, $49, 100% steal of a deal. I'm surprised this didn't sell for more. I mean, it's the bronze, Mothman, Bronze Passion PSA 9, $5.50. Here we have a Nightfall booster box, sold for $37 in auction. Here we have the River Dinos PSA 8, the 16-bit or 8-bit graphics for the Neo Genesis cards, or Neo Genesis, $75. Let's take a look. And then Bigfoot. I would have thought this would have sold for a lot more. Only $133.50, PSA 9. I mean, that's pretty cool. Serialized out of 100. Crazy. That's probably a really good pickup. Here we have 3 boxes. That's crazy. I don't know how much the shipping was because they don't ship to Canada, so I don't have that information. But yeah, 3 boxes of eBay Wilderness boxes for 41 bucks. Steal of a deal. Here we have the Dimmock rug promo for Hodag. PSA 10 sold for $255.01. I mean, here's a prime example of if you're buying PSA 9s for Kickstarter full holos. Loveland Frogman, the second best cryptid you could possibly get in Cryptid Nation. $65 only. I mean, this has got to be the rock bottom low for Possessed Aura. This is insane. This card raw would sell for over $100 easily. PSA 10. So, and it's the first edition one too, that, you know, that's almost impossible to pull unless you're escaped alien. $61. Here we have 7 boxes of Wilderness for $102.50. Here we have 10 second edition box toppers. So is there a blue ink in there? Probably not, but you never know. Well, you better hope so. You paid 80 bucks. It was a buy it now, 80 bucks for 10 of them. Here's a steal of a deal without a doubt. $255 for 9 Nightfall boxes. I mean, we've all been there when Nightfall was, what, selling for $250 for 1 box? So now it's like buy 1, get 8 free. What, only 3 years later? Here's one that surprised me. $177.50 for 10 Nightfall first edition, obviously first edition, Nightfall spellbooks. Almost $200 American for 10 Nightfall spellbooks. Here's an absolute steal of a deal too. Mothman serialized out of 50, PSA 8. I mean, 44 bucks. But this Mothman right here from Topps Chrome, they're all off center. None of them are gonna ever get a PSA 10. So you're gonna get a PSA 8, PSA 9 if you're lucky. But none of them are ever gonna get a PSA 10 for the gold refractor, and it's the original art Mothman. So the one that's numbered 45 in the Topps Chrome set, there'll never be a PSA 10. So $44, that's a pretty sweet looking card, and it's serialized out of 50. Here we have Sam Sinclair from the Dimmock promos, those t-shirts. PSA 10 sold for only 10 bucks. Here's a Loveland Frogman promo from Caster's Cup, the jersey promo. This is such a nice look. It's got the enhanced, brighter holo for Loveland Frogman from Cryptid Nation, but see, it came out during Wilderness, so it's got the Wilderness symbol up here instead of Cryptid Nation. Absolutely epic looking card. Here we have a Dark Tower promo, $16.20. I believe that's awful. Yeah, that's awful in the picture here. Awful never sells for anything, man. Awful just snuck into a promo that doesn't even say awful on it. It says Dark Tower, and it still didn't get any value. And here we have another Dark Tower promo, $60.20. Pretty cool. These used to be worth a lot more. And the Mothman Festival Point Pleasant City Special Terra, it's still sealed, $15.50. Hey, there it is. Remember that native box earlier that sold for $47? It has a 3 packs of native with the Gala stamp on the corner, and it has a promo in it. This is the promo. I said it was $5. Well, it's up to $7. Sam Sinclair wearing a tuxedo. Hey, over in Australia for $27.94, we have a PSA 8 authentic auto Bigfoot. Let's check it out. Pretty cool, good price. I mean, it's only a PSA 8, which is brutal. But I mean, it's got a cool, unique auto and probably like a 101 type thing. Also over in Australia, we have the, what is this? Curse Contract from Seance, PSA 10. Sold for only $11.64. Man, Australia is not really good for selling MetaZoo cards. I know over in Europe you can get some good value, but Chains of Old Scratch, obviously full holo, it only comes full holo. PSA 10, only $13.64. What the heck? Also in Australia, for $7.65, Chibi Bunnyman. That's pretty cool artwork. PSA 10, I mean, if you're getting that for under 10 bucks, $7.65, steal of a deal. And then we have the Ambassador Australia promo. This is the Drop Bear. PSA 8 sold for $53 Australian, so $35.58 American. I'm guessing there's no Snipe fans. I mean, there's a whole Snipe army over in America here. As far as I know, maybe in Europe too, but I mean, a first sighting Snipe, I know it's a PSA 7, but I mean, these are insanely hard to pull. Only $18.63, absolute steal of a deal. Meanwhile, all these cards we just saw that sold in Australia from MetaZoo didn't get very good value at all, but And if you're someone that likes grading packs, you might just want to mute your ears because I'm gonna rip a new asshole in this one. Yeah, what is this? Look at this shit. Sorry. What? It got a PSA 8. It sold for $32.60. It's a first edition booster pack. It's not Kickstarter or anything. It's just first edition. I mean, why is anyone paying $32 for a first edition booster pack? I know boxes are $150 are going up, but you get 9 Hodags in a box. $32 for one. And look at the condition of this pack. I mean, KBDX Tokyo, if you're driving, just look at this when you get to a red light. Pause the video. Look at this severe crumpling we have in the corner. A huge dent down there. Oh, I gotta zoom out properly here, sorry. I mean, massive, like this just looks like shit. It's not even on the bottom. Look, the pack starts here when they fold it over, and oh, they folded more over here. Like, whoever folded this and put it in the case didn't even do a good job. Like, this is horrible. And look at the back here, how it's folded over. This looks like shit. This is pure S tier, and not in a good way. This is shit tier. This is honestly horrible. Like, this looks like shit. Why did someone pay $32 for the most bent and disgusting looking first edition pack ever? So if you bought this, you know, maybe you're a nice person, but what were you thinking? That's what Angry Video Game Nerd would say. Like, this pack looks fucked. And it got a PSA 8, so how do you get anything lower than a PSA 8? If that's a PSA 8, what would be a PSA 5? Like, this looks horrible. Oh, and we're not done there. Next, we got a Babe the Blue Ox. First edition, remember, none of these packs are Kickstarter. These are first edition. 33 bucks. Almost, well, 34 bucks, let's say. PSA 8, let's see how damaged. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'll zoom in. Look at it, it's not even folded properly. Look, it's like folded sideways. This looks horrible. This, like, what did they kick the side of the pack before they sent it in? Like, did they? How is the pack in this bad a condition? Why would you send this in for grading? It's clearly gonna get a shit grade. I can't even believe it got a PSA 8. And once again, look how it's folded on the bottom. Like, this is brutal. Look at this big dent right here. Let's check out the back. Sorry, this might take up more of the video than I would like, but come on. Look how horrible this looks for display. Oh my goodness, now we're even going up. We have Piazza Bird PSA 8, sold for $40. So now we're up to about, we'll say about $105 for the box, or we'll just say $100 for all three of these so far. Let's see this PSA 8. Oh yeah, we got some good crinkling here. Well, okay, the top's a little more uniform. The bottom looks like shit. These are, oh, we have to have a dent. Gotta kick the side of the pack. Yeah, look at this nice solid crease in there. Okay, so let's check the back quick. Well, it looks a little better than the other ones. It still looks like shit, but it looks a little better than the other ones on the back. Maybe that's why I made an extra $5 there. Well, $7. And somehow, out of all those, the Mothman sold for the least amount. It sold for $27.28. How did the Mothman pack, that's a PSA 8, sell for less than any of the other pack arts? Has anyone ever seen that, where the Mothman pack art sells for less than any of the other ones? And it's a PSA 8. Let's see if this one has a nice dent in the corner. Oh yeah, doesn't fail. Look at that. It got a nice crease right there. It's not even folded properly. Let's check the top here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice little boot kick to the side of the pack. Oh, got it dented over here too. How does this even get naked? This is a worse condition than the other ones. And let's check the back. Okay, yeah, it's got kind of like more uniformity of how badly they folded it. At least they folded the top and bottom equally as bad. Yeah. So as far as grading packs goes, I don't know why you would even send these in. Like, these are in a horrible condition. I mean, the Hodag is the best example. We got a little crease there. Depending on the color, it's easier to see, but look at this. Why would you send it in? Or maybe when the PSA person folded over the pack, it crinkled like this. Like, I don't know what happened, but this is brutal. But you know what the crazy part is? Whoever sent these in, I don't know how much it is to grade a pack, but I think they actually made money, because they sold each one of these for at least $27. American, all the way up to about $40 for the Piazza Bird. So for these 4 packs, all of PSA 8s, and they look absolutely horrible, this person would, if it was the same person, they would have spent over $130 American for just these 4 cards, or for 4 packs. Absolutely insane. Okay, we're at the point in the video where I'm not ranting and raving about sealed packs anymore. We had the Kickstarter USPCC, the promo box, where you're going to get 10 individual packs in here, and there's 12 different promos you could pull. Sold for $6.19. That's pretty cheap, I'd say. It's pretty awesome, a lot of fun to open, and yeah, that's crazy value. And here's an uncut sheet of the promos that you can get out of that box we just saw. $65.33. I'll zoom in on that, on what the promos look like in case you've never seen them before. Right, you got one Mothman. Where's the other Mothman? Oh, right down here. So yeah, uncut sheet. Here, I'll zoom in better. Yeah, right there. Oh, there we go. So yeah, pretty cool. And those are all the different promos you could get. So there's 12 different promos on that sheet, and you get 10 packs in that box. Here we have a sale of 3 booster boxes, Seance, Nightfall, and Native for $91. Pretty good deal. I guarantee in a year or two, you're not going to see anything even close to this. For these 3 boxes for $91, if anyone stumbles on this part of the video, they're going to be like, holy shit. That actually happened September 5th, 2024. That's a steal of a deal. Here we have a first edition Faux Hollow Mothman, BGS 5, so Beckett 9, BGS 9.5, not 5. $52.31, not bad. And next we have a BGS Beckett 9.5 Bigfoot Faux Hollow, just first edition, sold for $27.46. Here's one of those promo cards you would get from that promo box for World Poker Tour. Mothman as a pristine 10, sold for only $23.72. That's a nice pickup. Here we have the Black Friday promo Giant Squid, sold for $16.99. And here we have the best Jersey Devil artwork probably in MetaZoo. The Black Friday promo sold for $40. Very nice. Probably the nicest card in the entire set. I mean, the Sam Sinclair is worth a lot more just because of how rare it is, but this is probably the most badass artwork in that set. Alright, here's a 100% seal of a deal. All this Christmas stuff, like the sweaters, the stockings, everything. $12.50 for all of this. That is insane. Here's another pretty good deal. I mean, it's UFO Wilderness and Native, $102.50. The other one with the Nightfall and Seance was insane steal of a deal. This is still pretty good. I mean, it's got a Native box in there, so not bad. Here we have Kuromi's Cryptic Carnival, the 24 blisters, sealed, $50. That's definitely a good deal. 100% steal of a deal. I mean, this seller has 0 feedback, so maybe that's why it sold for so cheap and only 2 bids, but I mean, it looks legit. $60. Kuromi's Cryptic Carnival Chibiora. And if you're looking for more Nightfall booster boxes, just head over to Evend HQ, EVN HQ. Yeah, $37 each. And more than 10 available, so let's see how many they have available. How many do they have? I just typed in 200, and I could buy 200? Well, I don't know if this is accurate or if their quantity is not. I mean, I just typed in 999, and it doesn't say that I can't buy that many. Oh, that's too many, so you can't buy 10,000. Okay, so I finally figured it out. For this eBay listing, you can't buy 1,386 Nightfall booster boxes, but you can buy 1,385 of them. Do they really have that many in stock? That's insane. If anyone knows anything about EV and HQ, is that legit? I mean, according to the eBay listing, they have 1,385 of these boxes available still at $37 each. That's crazy. Here's a Sam Sinclair promo you don't see too often. $7.50. I think he's just chilling by the car. Yeah, hey, he's got Snipe on his head. Hey, we got the Hello Kitty Cinema Roll. $28. Now, I used to think this said Cinnamon Roll, but it's Cinema Roll. There's no N. Like, is that not the most gangster Hello Kitty name? Cinema Roll. Right? Cinema Roll? Anyways, that's cool. Artwork's not the craziest, but $28 sealed. Hey, we got the MetaZoo hits. So these are sealed packs. 2 of them sold for $70 in auction. Hey, a sealed box for the Revive Seance skateboards sold for $42. Pretty cool. And then we have some of the MetaZoo hanger packs, the mystery boxes, $5. Here's an interesting auction. So we have the MetaZoo history coin set. Let's just take a look at it. So there's 37 total, $75.69 American. Check out these pictures. I mean, many of us probably just have a million of these coins like in a jar or bottle or in plastic bags, but when you put it in a suitcase like this and have them individually put into holders like this, it looks pretty cool. And that's what it looks like. I mean, the display of this is actually pretty cool. I mean, the coins never really amounted to anything, but who knows? These might be cool collector's items in the future. You never know with these coins. The biggest mystery of MetaZoo is, are these coins actually going to have any function or be worth anything? But I mean, with this display and this, you know, suitcase and all that, I mean, it's pretty badass. Next we have a Quetzalcoatlus from Topps Chrome. PSA 10 serialized out of 50, sold for $65. This is pretty crazy. So AGS 9 Grim Reaper playtester card sold for $120. We had a Sam Sinclair first sighting PSA 9 sold for $100 on the dot. Here we had another one of the Fan Illustrator medals PSA 10 sold for $90. Here we have a Chaos Crystal sample card. PSA 9 sold for $450 American. There was also a Blue Ink Raw, sold for $475 American. And now we're down to our two, I mean, in my opinion, crazy steal of a deal auctions of the week by far. Sample Bigfoot, Beckett 8.5, sold for $366. Now you might have seen that in my other video comparing it to Spider-Man, but I mean, presentation's everything. It looks good. It's very well centered. It got a 9.5 for centering. And by far the best deal of the week, in my opinion anyways. Kickstarter Full Hollow Mothman, right? The man, the myth, the legend. Right there. I mean, that's what everyone wants. That's the best card you could pull out of a pack, except for secret rares, but in all of MetaZoo, that is the king. As a PSA 8, sold for only $184. Now you got to put that in perspective. $184. There's first edition booster boxes selling for $150 area. If I told you I'll give you this Mothman right here, and all you have to give me is a first edition booster box and $30, would you say no? Right? You'd be like, fuck yeah, this is crazy. $184. This is a full hollow Kickstarter Mothman. I know I'm milking it a bit here, but that's crazy. So anyways, comment below and let me know what you think. Hopefully I didn't go too overboard on these ridiculous first edition graded packs that were all PSA 8 and in horrible condition. I'm not sure how they got a PSA 8. In the history of MetaZoo in the last 3 years, has anyone ever seen a Mothman of equal, you know, condition from the same set, all first edition, sell for the least amount out of all the pack arts? How is that even possible? What are you doing, Australia? What is going on down under? Anyways, comment below and let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next video.